Hi, I'm Samantha, and I want to start by saying something important. I see you. I see the late nights you've spent perfecting your resume. I see the disappointment when another application disappears into the void. I see the self-doubt creeping in, making you question your worth and your qualifications. And I want you to know that every single feeling you're experiencing is valid and shared by millions of talented professionals just like you. The job market can feel impersonal and discouraging, but your career story deserves to be told in a way that captures attention and opens doors. That's exactly what Resume Flow does. We take your unique experiences, skills, and aspirations and craft them into a compelling narrative that employers can't ignore. You're not just looking for any job. You're looking for the right opportunity that recognizes your value and propels your career forward. With Resume Flow's AI-powered insights and optimization tools, we're going to make sure that opportunity finds you. Your breakthrough moment is closer than you think. Let's create it together.
Spartans! What is your profession?
I try to live what they let go, away to dreams they'll never know. But a drowning soul can't save the tide, and now I see I must step aside.
I fought till my hands turned to stone, carrying battles that weren't my own. They swore they'd stand but turned away, left me to bleed in the fray.
I held the line as long as I could, fought for the spark they misunderstood. They whispered dreams they'd never choose, said they were in but lived to lose. I can't fight for you no more, knocking on a locked up door. You said you were in but faded out, your silence echoes a deafening shout.
I wanted to see your colors fly, but you clipped your wings and let them die. You crave the fall, not the fight to win, a war within that you let begin.
I can't fight for you no more, knocking on a locked up door. You said you were in but faded out, your silence echoes a deafening shout. I saw the fire dim in their eyes, promises buried under their lies. They wore the crown of fleeting belief, but ran from the throne when it brought grief. Oh,
I tried to carry your weight on my back, but your shadow was a heavy attack. You disappeared when the fire burned high, left me screaming at an empty sky.
I wanted the victory more than they, but you can't chase stars for those who stray. So I lay down the sword and walk away. The battle's lost, they chose decay. I can't fight for you no more, knocking on a locked up door. You said you were in but faded out, your silence echoes a deafening shout. Oh, they vanished like shadows in the light, fading away when it's time to fight. I reach my hand, they let it fall. I can't catch ghosts, I've given it all.
Oh, they vanish like shadows in the light, fading away when it's time to fight. I reached my hand, they let it fall. I can't catch ghosts, I've given it all.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have a special Saturday episode today on the Tech Coach Rav channel. I am Tech Coach Rav. We are, as always, engineered to win. Or some people like to say, I do my very, very best to annoy you to success. Sometimes though, still unsuccessfully. I do what I can, but sometimes it just doesn't work out to our advantage. So we just gotta have that battle-worn heart and keep it moving. Keep it moving. How is everyone doing today? Today is Saturday. It is Saturday, September 27th. Can you believe that? September 27th. We are at the end of September. Wednesday is going to be October 1st. Can you believe that? Can you believe that Wednesday is going to be October 1st? It's like just yesterday. Yesterday was the new year. It was January 1st, and now we are almost in 2026. So my question for you is, what have you accomplished in 2025? Are you ready for 2026? Are you ready for 2026? That is my question for you. Did you set out to do all the things that you said you were going to do in 2025, which is leading you up to 2026 goals? If not, what are you going to do about it? What you going to do about it? That's my question for you. What do you plan to do about all of it? Right? So today, on today's show, what I want to do is I want to get into showing you how I use Google Gemini to help me build my application. So basically my workflow will be, I use Lovable, and it'll get me a fair amount of the way there. But then when it comes to like the critical moments in the game, let's say in the 2-minute warning, last 2 minutes of the game, that's when I'm like, all right, I'm gonna end up burning a bunch of credits, and Lovable is not gonna do the greatest job with getting the things the way that I want it to be, because it's gonna be like all over the place. So I bring my code into an IDE. I use WebStorm, and then I go and I prompt back and forth with Gemini, and it's helping me navigate through the code. And that's why I always tell you guys, it is super duper important that you still learn how to code. I know you guys are like, oh, what do I need to learn how to code for? I have AI. Nope. That is not the case. It is still very, very important that you learn how to code. Why is that? Because when you need to customize your app, when you need to fix something, you want to know how it works. So I'm going to be showing you my workflow. We're going to do a little bit of stuff in Lovable. Then I'm going to take some things that I've needed to fix into Gemini, into my IDE. I'm going to show you all the ways that I work. We're going to be using my coaching portal that I've been building. And I'm still working it out to see, am I going to make it accessible to the public, or if I'm just going to keep it for my coaching members? I don't know yet. I don't know. I'll figure that out. But you'll see some of the features, some of the thoughts behind it, and then how I'm trying to fix in particular certain things. Certain things that are bothering me, I'm going to show you how I'm trying to fix them. I'm going to be using Google Gemini to do that. If you have ChatGPT, you could use that. If you have Claude Anthropic, you could use that. Whatever the LLM, the large language model of your choice, you are free to do so. All right. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. During our break, we're going to be looking at the Amazon settling their lawsuit. I think we spoke about it on Tuesday night. Amazon was facing a lawsuit about deceptive Prime membership practices, where they would not allow people to like, they didn't make it easy to cancel their account. And then just 2 days later, Amazon says, you know what? We're not going to do this. We're just going to settle and keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving. We don't need to go to discovery. We don't need to do none of that stuff. Let's settle with the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, and keep it moving, right? So we're going to be reviewing that. I have a story about Anthropic is hiring internationally. And one more story. What is that last story? I don't even remember what that last. Oh, AI work slop leading to inefficiency. Can AI make you inefficient? Well, absolutely. If you don't use it the right way. We're going to be looking at all of those. But before we get into the show, I want to take a second. As you can see, I was sick on Thursday. I did not feel good Wednesday and Thursday. I didn't go to jiu-jitsu on Thursday. I didn't go to jiu-jitsu on Wednesday, and then Thursday, I went to sleep around like 9 o'clock. I didn't wake up till like 8:30 the next morning. I was out of it, but I felt so much better yesterday. Did some work I did some work, went to jiu-jitsu. We had a great time. This morning, it was opening day for the Little League over here, and we went. It was hot. It was hot. They had us standing out in the hot sun. It was so hot. I was I must have sweat for like 5 pounds or something, right? It was crazy, but it's done. We're here. I am live with you. I am feeling so much better. Thank you to everyone who commented, Miss Freckles, Rod Brown, Junior, everyone who commented on the post saying that I was not going to be able to make it on Thursday and wishing me well wishes. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
All right, so really quick, let's get through a little bit of housekeeping. First and foremost, do you guys like the new layout? I've been thinking about a new layout for a while, and let me know what you think. Do you guys like the new layout? How I have the lower third going across the bottom with the logo. Let me know what you guys think about it. Do you like it? You feeling it or not? Or nah? Let me know. Right? That's the first thing. Second thing. I just want to say a big thank you to all of the subscribers to the channel. Those who have been with me for a very long time, and those who are brand spanking new to the channel, allowing me to add just a little bit of value. If you are here for like just 10 seconds and I'm able to add value to you, I just want to say thank you so much for allowing me to do so, and that I truly appreciate every last one of you, because you could be anywhere. You could be anywhere in the world, but you are here with me, even if it's not for a long time, but it's for a valuable amount of time. I just want to say that I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Shout out to all of the Tech Coach Ralph Patreon members, my tech barbarians, my technical explorers, everyone who's just signed up for free and who joins me for the vibe code and chills, who watch the Scrum Nights on playback. All of you who are getting that additional value so that you can run it up in this tech game. You guys work so hard, because you could be doing anything, but you spend the time with me, allowing me to pour even more into you, more than that I can even offer on YouTube. I just want to say that the way that you guys work, you are the best. We are the best.
We the best.
And of course, shout out to all of my tech mercenaries. Those are the YouTube channel members who allow me to come on YouTube. And then by me coming on YouTube, I'm able to go onto X, onto Twitch, onto Arena, and share this amazing news about this tech industry, this tech game. We're doing it. We are doing it. Shout out to you guys. Let's get it. All right. So other announcements on Monday. I'm gonna say this again tomorrow, but since I wasn't able to announce the bug bite on Thursday, but Monday it's gonna be Candid Conversations. I'm going to be asking you about what is actually stopping you. And I'm going to give you three words, just 3 words. Single, one of them has two syllables, but mainly single syllable words on how to knock out anything that you want to do. It's my trick. I'm going to give you 3 words. It will help you knock out anything, accomplish anything. You will be unstoppable. Is it easy? No. Is it doable? Absolutely. Absolutely, right? So Monday, Candid Conversation. What's stopping you, and how to get around it? How to get around those barriers, whether they're mental, physical, whatever. I'm going to help you get around those Mondays Candid Conversation. We're going to be going live tomorrow again for our DevOps Day. We're going to be, I'm debating between SpecFlow and between migrating an app to another service, like to DigitalOcean, to host it there. I don't know yet. I'm still debating on that, see how I want to push that forward. We shall see, right? We shall see. I'm going to figure that out tonight, but we are definitely going to be going live tomorrow around 2:30-ish Eastern time, like we always do on Sundays. Like I said, today is a makeup show because I was not able to go live on Thursday, and I had a lot of content and work that I wanted to do. So here we are on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. All right. other things that I want to talk about, right? I've been active on X over the past few weeks to months, and there is a great developer the community on X where they're asking great questions, great thoughts, and it is really, really, it's going really, really well. I was not very active on X, but something that I did do, right? Because you guys know that I use N8N workflows. I copied one of my X N8N workflows that would post some type of message on X, and I modified it to promote the sponsor of the show, resumeflow.app, which you saw at the beginning of the show. Uh, Go check it out, resumeflow.app. But to post messages on X talking about resume flow from the first person perspective. And that way I have it posting like at noon and at midnight, right? So 2 posts per day showing about like what it can do for you. And actually I want to check it out with you. I want to take a look at it with you so you can see just a simple end-to-end workflow. And I even asked Gemini, which we'll be getting to Gemini later, give me some prompt ideas for this, and it gave me some prompt ideas, and I put it into. I'll even show it to you. I will even show it to you, right? But let me go check to see if it's working first. Let me go to x.com, and I'm just gonna jump over. Let me go to my profile, and we're gonna go look at that. We're live on X, and I am gonna go and look at that's me right there. Look at that. 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago. What? You see, there it goes. Tired of we've decided not to move forward or worse. Total silence after you apply. The truth, your resume might not even make it past the algorithm. I built Resume Flow to show you exactly what bots hate. Find out for free. So it posts that like twice a day, and hopefully it picks up. And people start going to the app so that they can get some insight on their resume and things like that. But it's just simple marketing. Like I'll post things on my own as well, but then I also have like when I can't make it, then it's posting throughout the day, right? So this is a promotional post for a product that we had like for in the Technical Drops store, the spread shop. And then I'll post things on my own as well. Let me see one thing that I posted. So this one I posted. How much did you spend on your laptop or desktop? I posted this word of advice, which we're going to be getting into in just a second. Create your LinkedIn page for your business today, even if you aren't close to shipping. Build a following for your business now and send them to your product once your product is ready. We're going to talk about that in just a second, right? But so like it'll be a mix. It'll be a mix between what I have posted automatically in my tone, and it'll have like things that I post on my own thoughts, like when I'm responding to people, things like that. All right. So you're going to find a lot of great people on X. I mean, stay away from the toxicity, of course, right? We're gonna find great people to learn with, to collaborate with, and share ideas, share insight. It is like from what I've seen. I don't know how X was 2 or 3 years ago, but from what I've seen, it has a lot of great people on there. There's all types of people, right? But it's basically where do you put yourself, right? People say it's so toxic. Sure, are you? But the question is, are you going to those toxic places? See, I try to avoid that like the plague, but I go to the places where I see there's value, like the Build in Public channel, the software engineering, always looking to share information. And I'll say this, right? Someone on X, they asked about about using Stripe, integrating Stripe, and I'm like, yeah, I integrated Stripe, and there were some complexities. I have a series of prompts of how I fixed it, and someone else said, oh, can you send me those prompts? And then the person who originally posted said, I'd like them too. And I said, you know what? I can do something about that. And what I decided to do for this Wednesday's video of software exploration concept and overviews, I'm going to take you guys through how I use Gemini to help me set up my Stripe, because when I did through Lovable, there were tons and tons of mistakes. I learned so much about integrating Stripe, right? There were so many issues. And then Gemini helped me get everything right. So Level did the first initial part. Then I found a bunch of issues. And then I'm like, all right, this is like trying to prompt it was gonna be a nightmare. So then I took it in Gemini and then I took it into the code. Boom, 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 boom. So we're gonna be working through that, talking through that on Wednesdays, software explorations, concept and overviews. But that is an idea that I got from communicating with people on X, right? So there's so many benefits to communicating with people. I've gotten ideas from Reddit, I've gotten ideas from X, I got ideas from YouTube, from wherever. I'm just here to talk to you guys and see what are you struggling with, what issues do you have, and maybe I've gone through it and I can actually assist you. So that is my goal. Please, if you have any issues with this tech stuff, I may not know the answer right away, but I will do my very, very best to find the answer and work with you on solving it, right? Message me on X. Leave me a comment in any video, all right? Anything. Let me know. Twitch, send me an email, right? Whatever the case may be. I want to work with you and help you to solve that, right? Okay, so that's that. The other thing I wanted to show you from last weekend's Vibe Coding show. I just want to show you a little clip of it, right? Because my guy Rod Brown took the time to join us on Vibe Coding show, and he was sharing about his new role, his new position. So shout out to my guy Rod Brown. If you guys remember, he was pouting back in maybe March-ish, pouting, oh, I wanted this new job and they didn't give it to me. And he was, oh, I'm so upset. Oh, angry. Yes, that was my guy Rod Brown. Still love him nonetheless, right? And I told him it was we did it live, right? And I said, Rod Brown, it wasn't for you. It wasn't for you. There is something better and he had it interviewed and he thought he had it. And I'm like, Rod Brown, it doesn't matter. Dude, you don't know what the future holds, right? If you didn't get this, that means there's something better out there for you. That's how I always see it. That is how I always see it, right? I don't care. I don't care because I'm going to do what I have to do regardless. I don't work for promotions. I get promoted because of the way that I work, by my problem solving skills, by the way that I communicate, by how resourceful I am, by my willingness to help any and everyone. So I never actually go looking for a promotion. They just like, oh, you know what? We think you'd be good for that. Okay, cool. But I'm still going to do what I got to do, right? So that was my conversation with Rod Brown back in sometime earlier this year, right? And then he circles back about a week and a half ago. And he's like, guess what? I got promoted. And I didn't even have to interview. They came to me and they said, you know what? You would be a great person to lead this initiative, right? So this past Saturday, I spoke with Rod Brown in our Vibe Code and Chill session for a good 30 minutes or so. And he was detailing to us his new position, his new role. And he was telling us why it's so important. He was breaking down to us about how search engine optimization is on its way out and generative engine optimization is on its way in for this day. What is generative optimization? Rod Brown breaks it down in our Vibe Coding show. But you know what? I am going to have you listen to a small snippet of it, of what he was talking about. And then the link is pinned to the top of the chat. It's in the description. Go and check it out at techcoachrob.dev. All right. If you want to be in tech, if you need to stay up to date with cutting edge technology, if you want to interact with you one-on-one every other weekend on our Vibe Coding Chill, techcoachrob.dev. Sign up for free. See what we have over there, and then upgrade if you need to. All right. But I want to go over to Rod Brown really, really quick and see what he had to say about. And I'm gonna just play a little bit of it, right? I'm not gonna play the whole thing. No, if you need the whole thing, you got to go to techcoachrob.dev, all right? But let's watch a little bit of it.
From SEO to GEO. So if you don't know what Junior, if you don't know what SEO is, a search engine optimization, and GEO is now generative engine optimization. search engine optimization is starting to become dead. I'm just going to flat out say that. And the reason being is because Google and other search engines was always, I mean, Google is pretty much the top tier, creme de la creme, right? And that Google used to leverage everything. And I'm not trying to say Google's not good now, but at the same time, now generative LLMs are now the hotness. And the reason being is this. If you notice how Google is changing, when you search for something, they have AI overviews first. They only have that in the United States. They don't have it over there in Europe or any other country quite yet. So now we're shifting the focus of, oh, we have to make sure, you know, paying for things or using certain technologies to make sure that, oh, we have to make sure that we're, you know, good on Google. We have to make sure we're good on health grades, vitals, all these other particular things that pulls in provider profiles, pulls in provider information, hospital information, all these particular areas. We're trying to make sure that we're good from a searching perspective, even from our own website. Now we have to switch the thought process from an integration perspective to say, how can we make sure that we're leveraging AI that is pulling in that information, because people are using ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, Grok, or correct me if I'm wrong, it's another one, but Claude, excuse me. But if we focus on the three biggest ones, ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, all of
That's all you get. That is all you get. Do you see how hot fire that was? My guy Rod Brown was spitting hot fire. You can see the full vibe coding show. I posted the full vibe coding show, the 2 hours, 2.5 hours of, I think it was 2 hours of vibe coding show. And I also clipped this up. It's 26 minutes. There's 26 minutes of my guy Rod Brown spitting hot fire. You see the difference, right? A few months ago, he was all pouty. Now he is feeling himself. That's what I'm talking about. And that is the mindset that I want all of every subscriber to Tech Coach Ralph, to the Tech Coach Ralph channel, right? I want you to have that confidence. I want you to know that there is nothing, absolutely nothing, no one that can stop you. You just got to work. You just got to work. And I was listening to David Goggins thing yesterday, right? It's like when you know those compilations, and he was saying that failure, we look at failure the wrong way, and I wholeheartedly agree with him, right? We look at failure the wrong way. It's like, oh, I failed, and then the audacity of people who never even try to criticize you for getting up and getting after it, and oh yeah, you didn't finish the marathon. They never even got out of bed. So I'm like, you need, and that's why I always tell you guys, celebrate every single win. And that's why I the way that I'm building my coaching app is because I want to celebrate you. I want you to celebrate yourself. I want when you look in the mirror, you're like, I'm better than I was yesterday. I took 5 more steps closer to my goal than I was yesterday. And my goal is to stop having us take a step back. All right. So I just wanted to share that with you. I'm so proud of my guy, Rod Brown. And I will always be rooting for him and his success, and for him to run it all the way up. Let's get it. All right. I'm going to check the chat, and then I'm going to get into a little icebreaker about LinkedIn, business, things like that. Things that I'm learning. And I'll actually create a Patreon. I'll probably talk about it in Vibe Coding Show, or I'll create a separate Patreon video for it in particular. But if you have a business, if you have an app, if you're building something, you really want to take this to heart, all right? But let's get, I have no idea. You know what? I made this new layout. I have no idea how the chat is going to look. Let's see. I didn't think about this. Let's see. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I'll probably make a nicer looking chat thing. But for now, we're good. We have NC Worker in the building, says good afternoon. Good afternoon to you as well, NC Worker. How are you doing on this lovely, lovely Saturday afternoon? Over on the Arena side of the things, we got my guys and gals over on Arena. We have May says, "What's up? What's up with you, May?" We got Al Amin says, "Hello, how are you, Tech? I am doing absolutely phenomenal. Hopefully, you're doing well, which you said that you are." It says, "Where are you from?" I am from the United States of America. I am in South Florida, the close to Miami, the most southern point of the United States, I believe. Let's see. We have loading on AVAX as the Giants of Tech are in the game of big data. That is very, very true. It says it's the new money. Large language models is a rapidly growing market, growing faster than the crypto market. Can you believe that? I remember, and where was I doing that? I think it was on. Oh, I know. I remember now. It was so yesterday's video for the bug bite. It was about Kevin Durant getting his restoration to his Coinbase account, which means that he got his Bitcoin back. He was locked out for years. He got the Bitcoin in 2016 when he joined the Golden State Warriors, and he was locked out of his Coinbase. I don't know how many he bought, but at the time, guess what? Guess what? When Kevin Durant bought his Bitcoin, right? It was about $300. Was it 300? Yeah, it was about $300 at the time. Imagine how much it is worth now. If he wasn't locked out of his account, he might have sold it. But he was locked out. So now his Bitcoin must be worth a fortune. See what I mean? So it's interesting that large language models are growing faster than crypto market. And I was saying like, because I remember when Bitcoin, I thought it was like 2006, but it was actually 2009 that 2008, end of 2008, beginning of 2009, that Bitcoin became like it started like being traded and stuff like that. And I remember like I was using I was trying to get this site. To the year before, I was able to pay with PayPal. Then they said, you know what? We will only accept payment in Bitcoin. And at the time, there was like, let's say US dollars was about like $90 or something for the year. And they said, we want the payment in Bitcoin. And at that time, Bitcoin was like nothing. It was like nothing. So now if we look at it today, they back in 2009, they were, if I paid $90, like, I didn't even know how to get the Bitcoin to buy it back then, right? But whoever paid them in Bitcoin back then, $90 US in Bitcoin, they are. I can't even imagine how much money. I can't even imagine how much money they got now. All right, so that's that. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a little icebreaker. We have he says, "Oh, nice, no background music." I will tell you a little story about background music, right? I had created a video, like one of my first videos, about 10 minutes long, and it had some background music on it, right? And somebody left me a comment and they said that, oh, they were from Brazil. They said, "Oh, English is not my first language, and I really value the information that you're giving, but it's hard to understand it through the music." And since then, I never played background music in any of my videos. So sometimes I have to like, it might get a little quiet while I'm thinking and I'm working on this dev stuff. But I'm like, I am not going to put background music because I don't want to make it difficult for my international viewers, because this tech stuff is international, right? So I try to make it available to any and everyone, and wherever you may be, trying to support you in your journey, in your tech journey, all right, and in your career journey. We have Bithy says, hi, high tech coach. How are you? I am doing absolutely wonderful, Bithy. How are you? Says, I'm following you, liking you, reposting you. Please follow me back. I will definitely do so as soon as let me see. Can I do that right now? I can't do it right now, right? But as soon as the show is over, I am definitely going to follow you. And thank you so much for liking and following and reposting. I truly appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
All right. So here's what I want to talk about real quick, right? Let me go and move some things around. Let's get this out the way. And I want to talk about this icebreaker, right? Let me do it like this, right? I just wanted to see the little movement come on, right? But let's do a little icebreaker real quick. And it's about the thing that I posted on LinkedIn, or not LinkedIn, on X yesterday, right? For those who are building applications, if you're building an application, do you have your LinkedIn page created yet? All right, that was a question I had. I said, do you have a LinkedIn page created for your app? And interestingly enough, someone responded right away and they said, I will once I ship my application. And I was like, here's the funny thing, right? I disagree with them now, but I would have agreed with them months ago. The only reason I ended up getting a LinkedIn page for one of my applications is because I wanted to use LinkedIn OAuth. So I wanted users to be able to sign in with LinkedIn via OAuth, right? So I had to end up creating a LinkedIn page where I had to do all the configuration. And now when I'm trying to like post on the page, it takes time. It always takes time to build a following. So I started scheduling posts for the next week and a half on that page and trying to engage. I'm going to be commenting on different posts, trying to drive traffic and visibility to that page. But what I learned, and like I said, you learn through trying, you learn through doing. Marketing is, I'll tell you this, it is way harder to market than it is to build. It is way hard because you have to dig into, and the thing is, from marketing, it's going to drive how you build. But how you build is not going to drive marketing because you need to get into the psyche of what people want and give that to them. People want jobs, right? Great, people want jobs. How do you get people who want jobs to come to you to get help getting those jobs, right? So many things that go around in marketing and stuff like that. And one of the things is you need to start marketing yesterday. And even if you are giving them the idea, the concept of what's coming, now you start building that following. So when it's here, like, oh, product launched, go check it out here. Because I'll tell you this, you can talk to 100 people. You might get 10, you can approach 100 people, right? You can get 10 people to interact with you. From those 10, you might get 2 to go to your application. From those 2, you might get 1 to sign up. So now, if you can start selling them on the idea way ahead of the time, that works to your advantage. So that's why what I learned was you have a business. LinkedIn is a business social networking place, right? There's a lot of crazy stuff happening on there, a lot of toxicity happening on there. There's people trying to use it as a dating platform. But it's still, at the end of the day, it's a business platform. It is for companies. Your app is your company. So treat it as such. Go there, post what your application can do, post what your business can do, and have it grow from there. All right. Anyways, that is my icebreaker for the show. Just create a LinkedIn business page, right? And start posting on it. Start to run it up. All right. All right. Let me check the chat one last time. BT says, boss, which country are you from? I am from the United States of America in South Florida. That's where I'm from. I've been in America my entire life, right? I've visited other countries nearby, but I've been in America my entire life. And I've lived in South Florida since I was 3 years old. 38 years living in the beautiful South Florida. All right, okay. So what we are going to do now, we are going to get into the coaching portal, right? Let me see. So something that I've been working on for the coaching portal is making it easily accessible on a mobile device so that you can use it and navigate and stuff like that, track your progress. But we want it to be clean. We want it to be clean. So let's throw up our first 20-minute segment on the clock for today. I think I'm gonna need to where's my 20? Hold on one second. Something's not showing up here. Where's my 20? Oh, it's not showing. All right. Uh-oh. Let's hide that. All right, we're good enough. We're good enough. All right. We have I'll clean up the timers and move them around, make it a lot nicer, make it fit within in the system, but it is what it is. It is what it is. We like I said, a little bit of progress every single day, and you will see at the end of the road how much progress you actually made. And that's what I saw implementing the Indigo events, building these different applications, just consistent, steady progress, and you will go far. But let's get over here. So this is the coaching portal. This is the inside of Lovable, right? Let's see. Let me see if I can go access system. Let's see. All right. So we are in the system. And what I want to see is, how does it look on a mobile device? See, this is a problem, right? Because when it's on a mobile device, you can't see the task that you want to do, right? On the full screen, you can see it. The, I guess, iPad-ish view, vertical view, you can kind of see it. And then, but when you're on like a smaller mobile view, you can't see it. So you don't even know what you're going to be, saying that you completed, right? And this right here is the momentum, today's momentum, where you can add, let me see what this is. This is daily goal, right? You can add a goal for like your daily goals, and based on how early you get them done and the complexity of the goal, that's how the points are. And when you complete something, those points go towards your reward points. Once you get to a certain goal limit, then you can cash in. You can cash in and go and reward yourself for getting it done. All right, but here's a problem. If I log in on my phone, I will not be able to see what this task is, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna prompt in here. I'm gonna prompt when I am on the mobile view, I cannot see the name of the task that needs to be completed for the day on the today's momentum section. All right, so we're gonna like do some features, and then some other features that I want to work on, which I'm going to use into Gemini, is some issues that I've been having, where it's like this coaching section. Let's see. All right, so it's fixing it. I don't know why it signed me out. What else do we want to do? We'll navigate through the site, right? So while it's doing that, I will start looking over here. So we want to fix that. I want to fix this, right? So basically, I know how to do. I know how we're gonna do it like an if statement, right? If someone is assigned to a coach, then show the fourth box. If they don't have a coach, then modify the CSS so that it can span across, right? So that's something that we're going to do. Another issue is when you go to this add achievement and you go back to dashboard, it takes you to the home page instead of actually to the dashboard. So that's something that I'll fix inside of Gemini as well. Let's see. So if we look at over here, it says that, all right, I'll check the momentum builder widget. Fix the mobile display issue by making the momentum builder layout responsive. Task names now stack vertically on mobile, and use break words instead of truncate to so full task names are visible. All right, so I guess we have to log in again. Okay. All right. There we go. So now we can actually see mobility, flexibility training, use level. And I have not done that yet because I was up so early in the morning. All right. So use level credits and record weekly videos. This is in part. I did some of this already. Right. But that's how it's going over there. Let me see. So something. Okay. I know what this is. Let's see. What else do we want to do? What else do we want to do as a task? So we got this one done. That's actually correct. That's actually correct. We have our, let's see what, under daily, we can add a new goal. So my question is, if we have this daily here, and then this goal is to add a long-term goal, and then the wins is the achievements. This one, oh, this is messy. Let's say, when you go to the wins on mobile, the layout is all over the place. Can we fix the layout to match the rest of the site? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a screenshot of this. So let me go ahead and paste that. And sometimes, like when I'm not super specific, that's because I want Level to be creative and figure that out for me, as opposed to me the more specific you get, the more it's going to do what you want it to do. However, I'm not, because I'm not a UI UX person. Sometimes I lean towards it deciding what's the best way to make this look. Might be a bad idea, but it's been working so far for me. Let's see. And how many credits did that first one take? It took about 1 credit, so not too bad. Let's see here. I think under the more, I'm gonna want to add the profile and there's something missing. I want to add the profile and let me see, wins and gratitude. So that's the cookie jar. This one is my journal. Add it. So there's different. So I want to add the journal under more. I want to add the journal. I want to add and under the plus, I want to add the win or the achievements and the accountability mirror. All right, I'll check the cookie jar layout and fix the mobile display issues, fix the mobile layout. All right, so let's go and refresh this. And if we go to here, all right, there we go. Now we're talking. That looks way better, way better. So like I said, this part we'll fix this one on our own. All right, the last thing I want to do is, let me see how many credits we have left. We have 2.2. I think it should fit in those 2.2. I want to move, so in the bottom sticky navigation, I want to add the journal to the menu, so the visible ones can be goal, daily, and journal, and inside the more, I want it to have profile, accountability, mirror, and achievements. All right, so that's what's going to be inside of that more menu. And once that's done, then we can start jumping into Gemini. Also, while that's doing its thing, I use Amazon Kiro to build a bunch of unit tests for my application. It built a huge amount of unit tests for my application. Let's see. I don't think it's done yet. Yeah, it's still thinking. Let's let it keep going, see if it's gonna fix itself. And where's my phone? Let me see how it looks on my phone too while that's happening. Let's see here. Let's see this tech coaching. All right, there we go. Tech barbarians dashboard. It looks pretty good actually. It doesn't look bad. Got that bottom menu. Journal. Got my journal. More. Sweet. Accountability mirror. Ooh, that doesn't work though. I'll see why. I know we have to, I forgot what we called it. But we'll fix that. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Got that. Profile. All right, cool. It looks like we're good. We are good on that front. All right, perfect. And how many credits do we have left? We have 0.7. Yeah, not that big of a deal. I can't even think of anything to else to do at the time that I don't want to do manually. Or do we need this button? I can remove this manually though, but I'm wondering if we need this button if we have this one down here. I'll figure it out. But what we're gonna do is we are going to start taking this into, let me open up WebStorm. And funny enough, shout out to Nodehead. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I have WebStorm running, and I'm gonna actually close out the project that I'm in. I'm gonna open the other project, which is this one. All right, so we are going to transition over to Gemini, and you will start to see how I do some stuff. All right, so this is in WebStorm, right? And I basically go to Gemini on the web, into WebStorm, Gemini on the web, into WebStorm, right? Let's see. So we're gonna go to, I'm gonna open up a Gemini. All right, so here's where we're at. What we want to do is, if we go back over here, we want to, what's the first thing? So let's get an easy one. Let's get an easy one, right? We want, so I will show you here what I want to do, where if they're a coaching member, then they will see the schedule session link, right? Oh, I just thought of another feature. I just thought of another feature. Before you do that, let's add another feature real quick. I want at the very top of the dashboard, right under the tab menus, in the personal tab, I want, let's make this regular size. So right here, above the today's momentum, I want critical messages / alerts to display, such as when a coaching member hasn't had a coaching session in the last 2 weeks. I want the user to be forced to acknowledge they have read the message and they are going to book their next coaching session. All right, so I want to have like it says there can be other alerts in the future in that section, but let's start with that. All right, so I'm gonna throw that in there real quick. I don't really have a way to show you that part of it. Well, do I? I don't know. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. All right. So after it does that, then we are going to, then we're going to get into fixing this part, right? So, oh, not that. To fixing this part. So basically what I want this to do is, if they are a coaching member, it'll show us scheduled session. If not, then it should look like this. I'm going to show you exactly how I prompt it, right? So instead of call 4, it would show like call 3, like that. And this one would be this very similar, where we would have call 3. All right, so we're gonna make it programmatically. So it says if they're a coaching member, they're gonna get shown the coaching session or schedule session button. If they're not, then don't show it, but also have that span to do the call span of 3, right? So that's gonna be the plan. Let's make sure this was done. Let's see. I'll add a critical alert section at the top of the dashboard for coaching session reminders and future alerts. Let me first examine the current dashboard structure. I've added the critical alerts at the top of that dashboard personal tab that checks for overdue coaching sessions and forces acknowledge before dismissal. See, the problem is, oh, this one doesn't even have coaching. So let me see if I was to sign out of that and I sign into my other account. No goals for today on this account, and no coaching session. So also this little button here is hidden, but I'm not too worried about that. I also added a feature to where you can assign the onboarding to the person. So if I go here, I don't know if let me see. Let's go here. Let's go here. So there's something I need to fix as well. I don't know where I put it. I don't know where. So, oh wait, onboarding. No onboarding tasks found.
Lunch break.
So something that I added was the ability to. So if I do, let me see if I do this right. So I say the session date of this was like on the 6th, which would be more than 14 days ago. And I say testing log session. And if I go back to this one, would I get, see, I don't see it there. So that's a problem for me. I don't see it there. I should see, I think I thought I would see the, but let me see. Let's look for alerts. I'll review that part later, but it's supposed to show there, right? But either way, whatever. Let's go to break. All right. I'm gonna check the chat, and then we're gonna get into our very first story for the day. Once we get back, we're gonna get into customizing this layout using Gemini to help us fix issues, add new features, all that good stuff, right? So, over on the YouTube side of the game, we have Nodehead in the building. Says, "Are you an experienced dev or just vibe coding?" So, I will say I am in the middle of both, right? I've been doing development for a very, very long time, but I am primarily a QA engineer. However, I do have a lot of dev experience, but I use the AI tools to help me go faster, because if I have to like go back and learn all this stuff and figure out there's so many different moving pieces to this, right? So that's why I lean on AI, because my goal is to get these products out that are good, helpful, valuable, not to be like, oh, but I wrote all this code myself, but I never ship, right? So I'm trying to be productive, trying to be valuable, right? So that's how I see it. We have Saint of Vice in the building. Says, sup, what's up with you? And it says, just a little lurky lurk. Shout out to you. Over on the arena side of the game, says, follow me back. I surely will. And we have MK Sash says, started following. Thank you so much. Bit Boss started following as well. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to get into our very, very first break time story of the day, where we're going to be talking about Amazon. Yes, Amazon. What happened to Amazon? Let's find out together. So, let me go. So, Amazon, we spoke about this on Wednesday. They were being accused. They were being taken to court. Now they've reached a $2.5 billion, not million, billion dollar settlement with the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, over deceptive where's my banner? Let's do this the right way. Over deceptive prime program. They were being dirty. They were playing dirty. They were playing for keeps. Deceptive prime practices. We read about it the other day, about how they made the sign up easy, but the cancellation difficult. So let's read this together. This comes brought to us by CNBC. It says Amazon reaches $2.5 billion, yes, billion dollar settlement with the FTC over deceptive prime programming, written by Annie Palmer over at CNBC.com. The key points of this article, the TLDR too long, didn't read. Amazon will pay $2.5 billion to settle Federal Trade Commission allegations that it duped users into paying for Prime memberships, the regulatory agency announced Thursday. Amazon will pay $1 billion civil penalty to the FTC and will refund $1.5 billion to an estimated 35 million customers, the agency said. The FTC has accused Amazon of using deceptive sign-up and cancellation practices in its Prime program.
Bruh.
Let's see. All right. So we read Amazon will pay $2.5 billion to settle the FTC allegations that the company duped users into paying for Prime memberships, the regulatory agencies announced on Thursday. The surprise settlement comes as the Amazon and the FTC were just 3 days into the trial in the Seattle federal court. Opening arguments in the case occurred Tuesday, but the settlement allows Amazon to avoid having a jury at the trial of return a verdict with the potentially larger damage than the settlement with the FTC. Right? So basically, who knows what's going to come out of during discovery? Like, who knows what they're going to award the plaintiff? So they're like, all right, let's make this go. Who's the closer? Let's make this go away. That's basically what they did, right? They made it go away because, like, let's pay the money. Let's do what we got to do, right? The surprise settlement comes as Amazon, we're just 3 days into, all right, we read that. Says the lawsuit filed by the FTC in June 2023 under the Biden administration claimed that Amazon deceived tens of millions of customers into signing up for its Prime subscription program and sabotaged their attempts to cancel it. 3 senior Amazon executives were at risk of being held individually liable. Yes, individually liable. If the jury sided with the FTC, Amazon will pay $1 billion civil penalty to the FTC and will refund $1.5 billion to an estimated 35 million customers impacted by unwanted Prime enrollment and deferred cancellation. I should go and try to cancel my Amazon Prime now. I should go cancel Prime. No, I'm kidding. Estimated unwanted Prime enrollment or deferred cancellation. The agency said under the terms of this settlement, Amazon will give up $51 to eligible customers within 90 days. All right. It says Amazon admitted to no wrongdoing in agreeing to the settlement. These companies will never agree to wrongdoing. They just want to make it go away. I just want to make it go away. That's all. That is all. The agreement prohibits Amazon from misrepresenting the terms of Prime. It also requires the company to make clear and conspicuous disclosures about the term of the program during enrollment, and says Amazon must get consumers express consent before charging them for a subscription. Amazon also has to provide an easy way for users to cancel their subscription, the agency said. Amazon said many of the changes outlined by the FTC were already instituted by the company several years ago. The settlement requires it to maintain the sign-up and cancellation process that it had in place, the company said. As a part of the settlement, Amazon and 2 of its executives, Prime boss Jamil Ghani and Neil Lindsay, a senior vice president of the company's health division, who previously held a role in the Prime business, will be prohibited. They will be prohibited from unlawful conduct. FTC Chairman Andrew Ferguson called the penalty a monumental win.
Let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work.
For the agency under the Trump administration, the Trump-Vance FTC is committed to fighting back when companies try to cheat ordinary Americans out of their hard-earned pay, Ferguson said in a statement. Amazon spokesperson Mark Blafkin said in a statement that the company and its executives have always followed the law, and this settlement allows us to move forward and focus on innovating for customers. I was saying this, right, in a comment about Anthropic, how they had to pay the authors that they pirated their books from. It's possible that it was like, it seems more like when these companies cheat the system, they cheat to grow, and then they're like, oh, I just pay the fines on the back end, right? No biggie. I stole your money, but I'll pay the fines and I'll pay you back, whatever. An unauthorized loan. It's a heist. It's a heist. So the $2.5 billion is equivalently to roughly 0.1% of Amazon's market cap, which now sits at close to $2.4 trillion. Yes, $1 trillion. Shares of Amazon were up slightly following the announcement. Launched in 2005, the Amazon's Prime program has grown to become one of the most popular subscription services in the world, with more than 200 million members globally, and it has generated billions of dollars for the company. Membership costs $139 a year and includes perks like free shipping and access to streaming content. Data has shown that Prime members spend more and shop more than the non-Prime members. So basically, they still have other issues to deal with the FTC. 2023 accused of stifling competition in the e-commerce market. So they're gonna have to deal with a bunch of stuff. But this aspect of it, of them, this aspect of it, of Amazon, this aspect of Amazon's Prime memberships, that that part is taken care of. They settled. It's over. It's done with. Cool. Goodbye. All right. So that is that. Let's go back to full screen. Let's go back to full screen. Let me get this off the screen. All right. So we're gonna go back to Gemini in just a second, but I am going to do a quick run. I'll be right back. I am going to play one of these songs as I step away for just a second, and I will put on, let me see what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this one.
No more time for second chances. No more steps for these old dances. We're all out of words. We're all out of time. Truth is heavy, but the fault's not mine.
We're standing in the wreckage of a broken vow. The silence louder than the shouting somehow. The clock hands spinning, but the moment won't bend. We're out of beginnings, this feels like the end.
Burn the bridge and watched it glow. No turning back, the winds won't blow. The silence thick, it fills the air. We're stranded here, but I don't care. No more time for second chances. No more steps for these old dances. We're all out of words, we're all out of time. The truth is heavy, but the fault's not mine.
Promises are fragile like glass in a storm. You dropped it again, it's become the norm. Every excuse is a thread you can't sew. The seams are bursting, it's time to let go.
No more time for second chances. No more steps for these old dances. We're all out of words, we're all out of time. The truth is heavy, but the fault's not mine. You held the cards, but dropped them all. A house of lies began to fall. Promises made, but none were true. I gave my all, but not to you. No more time for second chances. No more steps for these old dances. We're all out of words, we're all out of time. The truth is heavy, but the fault's not mine. No more time for second chances. No more steps for these old dances. We're all out of words, we're all out of time. The truth is heavy, but the fault's not mine.
We'll drift apart like leaves in streams, chasing shadows, chasing dreams. No map to guide, no stars to see, just echoes left of you and me.
No more time for second chances. No more steps for these old dances. We're all out of words, we're all out of time. The truth is heavy, but the fault's not mine.
All right, we are back. We are back. We're back. We're back. All right, we are going to jump into working on how we're going to get this part. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? We're going to get. Let's see. Let's go. I'm gonna put up 20 minutes.
Let's go! Let's go!
So we are going to get. All right, hold on. Let's go to here. Something very simple, right? We want to get this thing to show up the right way. I know how to do it through the dev tools, and this is part of the reason that I say it is so important that you still learn how to do. You don't need to be what AI the thing that AI does is it helps you not having to be an expert, but you still need to know how to navigate around these different applications, how to navigate the code, how to understand the code, right? So Notehead had asked, right? So I missed answering this comment, right? It says, are you an experienced dev or just vibe coding? I am a mixture. Like I have like 20 years of experience in like the tech field, building websites, applications, but that is not my day-to-day. My day-to-day is QA engineer. So, but I understand the code. I've been seeing this code forever. So what I do is I use these see and my definition of vibe coding is a little different than other people because vibe coding is actually just what's what I'm looking for. Vibe coding is just flowing. Like you don't have any particular end and route, but for me, I'm very specific with what I'm trying to get accomplished, right? So it's a little different. So I would say I'm a mixture, right? I, I'm I'm vibe coding with a purpose. Right? That's how I see it. That is how I see it. So like I said, I want to get this to look like, let's see here, let me get this thing down over here. I want to get this to look like, because I'll tell you this, right? Notehead, a a regular vibe coder would not know what to do with the dev tools, right? But I've been writing CSS for almost 20 years now, right? I've been writing HTML code for almost 20 years now. Right, so this is how I want it to look, right? So now we're gonna bring this over into, we're gonna bring it over into our um WebStorm. Git pull. Let's pull in the latest changes. And what I want to do is, and you know what? No, that I will have you tell me after you see what we're doing. What is like you judge. I want you to judge, right? Because like I said, I'm not the best, especially with when it comes to like Node and stuff like that in JavaScript. But I can read the code and I can navigate through it, and I can certainly use Gemini to help me with it. All right. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna close this CSS and I'm gonna go to the, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna find where is this thing located, right? This is one of the things that I love about Lovable is that when you're in dev mode, in the preview mode, it's gonna tell you where exactly to find your like the code that's being manipulated, right? So if I go to here, it's it's dashboard line 788, right? So now we can go here. We go to the dashboard and we're gonna go to line 788. And this is definitely in need of a refactoring. Let's go to dashboard line 788. Momentum build, what? Okay, sign 780. All right, so right here, actually 792, right? So as you can see here, it says there should be one that says right here, has coach, then show the has coach and show the cards, right? For booking a session. But if it doesn't have the coach, then don't show it. Now, in order for so I don't even have to use Gemini for this because I've learned this part of the well, kind of so because I can never really remember the syntax. I just don't code in JavaScript on a daily. But I could say something like here. Let's say we do copy this right here. And we say, let's see if this is gonna work, because sometimes it acts a little funny, right? Has coach. And then I think it's something like this. Something like that. But I will definitely drop it into Gemini if need be, right? So this one, if it has coach and show for, if it doesn't have coach, that's what I wanted to do, but I will probably have to double check that. I don't even know if this will work, right? But let's run it. Let's run it. So I'm gonna run it here locally. Another thing that I like about being able to pull it in from Lovable into my IDE, I can run it locally and I can see what's happening, right? So let's go here. I am gonna go and paste that over here, and I'm gonna. Ooh, I broke it. So I broke it, right? So I broke it. So expected this got that. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go over here and undo. And I'm gonna say, see, I don't want to do the whole entire div though. All right, so I want to say, let's do this. So I'm gonna take this right here, and I'm gonna go over to Gemini, and I'm gonna say, I want to say if the member that is logged in has a coach to show. Oh, there's another way I can do it too. Okay. I want to modify this div programmatically if the user has a coach. It should do a grid calls for, but if they don't have a coach, I think it's going to do it right inside of the CSS. Actually, if they don't have a coach, it should be grid calls 3. This is the div, right? So then I can just take that and put it into the other section as well, and boom, we'll knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. Right. So this is, see, like I said right here, right? It's gonna do it right here. Boom. Simple. Right? The way that I was gonna do it, it was gonna be a mess. This makes it so much easier. And I'll say this, right? I know it's important to understand the web development, how it works, so that you know what to ask. You need to know what to ask, right? All right, so let's go and take it in here. We're gonna go to that, and then instead of this, we're gonna go like that, right? So we have, if it has a coach, then do the MD grid 4. If it doesn't have a coach, then do this, right? And if we say, so now if we go look at it, let's see here. All right, dashboard. And who's logged in? So this person, so this one logged in has a coach. If we were to sign out, Now, look at that. Simple as that. Simple as that. All right, so let's go and do the other one now. That one is going to be, so there goes that one. Quick actions. There's going to be another has coach, and right here we're going to do the same exact thing. Replace this one with that one. And we're going to go over here. And as you can see, right now, it has the 3. If we go like that, refresh, boom, look at that. If we sign out, we log into, and then because this one is assigned to a coach, it has the 4 exactly the way that we want it. I think I also want to add to book a session to this menu over here. I don't think I actually need this bar if I have this bar. Let's see if we can manually add, because I know that I'm out of credits for today. Here, right? We are out of credits, but let's see if we can manually add that button, right? So booking a session. All right, hold on. Booking a session is this little calendar icon, because I don't think we need this bar over here if we have this menu bar, right? What do you think? Like, I don't think we need it. I don't think we need it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go to, let's go to, let's take this button right here. Well, let's do this whole has coach thing. And I'm going to look for where that menu shows up. It is in the bottom navigation component. So let's go to bottom navigation component. And we are going to look for, it's going to be a little bit more complex because we need to get that has coach thing in there. Show goals manager. So modals, hold on. It's gonna be a little bit more complex than I was hoping. All right, let's see. So we have profile, sheet title, more menu. So the very first one I want is, so let's do goals daily journal session, right? Let's do it like that. So let's say we do journal. Let's see. So it doesn't, all right, so set show session scheduler is true. So we need to get this over in there too, right? If we go and we take a look at this, has coach. So use coach assignment. Let's say we copy this over into const bottom navigation. So let's say we copy that in there. And then the set show session scheduler. Let's go to here. Let's see. On click set shows. We're actually gonna modify it a little bit, actually, now that I think about it. Let me take a look at the bottom, because we need to make it match the, so this one, we need to make it match the other one. So on click navigate slash, all right, so let's try that actually. So we might not even need to do. We might just say on click, navigate, session. Let's see what happens with that, right? So if it has a coach, then it would see schedule session. Let's see how it looks in the browser. See if we didn't break anything. Let's go over here. So it has scheduled session. Are we logged in with a coaching member? We are. Why is there a border around it though? I know why. I know why there's a border around it. Let's go to. We need to have the same class as this. And variant, we're gonna do ghost, I guess. Yep, ghost. And everything gets the same, right? So let's go with that. Let's go back over here. And looks good. I'm gonna take the word schedule out just so it can be session because it looks kind of long with schedule session. So we go here, much better. So this is the menu. Let's see if we can see how it looks on an actual device. Let's say we move this to here. Oh, that's not bad. I like it. So goal, add a new goal, daily, journal, back to dashboard, session. Oh, there's nothing for session? I thought there was. Why is there nothing? Right, hold on. So if we go back to return home, dashboard, if we were to click schedule session, oh, schedule session uses a modal. Gotcha. All right, so we do need to do. All right, so this looks good actually. This looks really good. All right, we're gonna go back over here, and we need to change this from session to. Here's what I'm gonna do to get it back right. I'm gonna go like that, and I'm gonna copy, and I'm gonna put everything back so we don't lose all the things that we did. And I'm gonna put that there. And now when we go back to dashboard, we need to take this one as well and put that in here. But this is how I work with it. I will do a lot of my own things. Let's see, show session scheduler. And where does this come up at? Show session scheduler. Where is this at? Oh, modals. Okay, so Are there modals in this one? Bottom, daily goals. Okay, so there are modals. All right, so let's get the modal for show session scheduler. And we're gonna go into show goals manager, daily goals. Maybe let me see modals, just that one for our daily goals. All right, let's do that. Let's try that, right? Let's try that. And I'm gonna go back over here. And we're going to session. Oh, look at that. That is absolutely amazing. So, and like just a very, very basic and simple Gemini prompt. A very, very basic and simple Gemini prompt of how could I how do I do this? It gave me this, and I was able to do a bunch of other stuff on my own, right? And being that I have the Gemini Pro, I'm able to go back and forth as much as I want to get all of the information that I need, right? All right, what's gonna be the next thing that we're gonna? So here's what I'm gonna do. I am gonna go here, And I'm going to push up these changes because they are good for me. I like them. Get status. So we can see them in the production, or not production, but inside on the web based, right? In the preview version, right? So we're going to do get commit src. And we're going to say added.
Lunch break. Lunch break.
So let's push this up real quick and then we'll go to break, right? Added. I said optimized the spacing for, or when coaching, when user doesn't have a coach, and added booking a session in the bottom menu. But that also leads us to, let's do this real quick, because that also leads us to, we don't need that quick action menu on the dashboard anymore, because all of those options are available inside of the, they're available inside of the that bottom navigation. So well, I'll just push this up for now and then we'll remove it when we come back, right? But this is what I mean by, I'll get Lovable to do the big work for me, the more complicated work, the API calls, all that type of stuff. And then when I need to hone in on it, then I will take it into my IDE, and then I'll use Gemini to ask it questions back and forth. This isn't working. Copy my code into it. It tells me what to fix. If we have that opportunity, I'll show you that today, right? But for now, and you can do this with any. You can do this with any LLM. You can do it. I'm pretty sure it works amazing in Claude code. In Claude, I'm pretty sure it works great in ChatGPT. Probably better if you have a paid version of ChatGPT. I have Gemini Pro, so that's why it's like so easy for me to use it on that. And I'm very careful when I'm using like the tools like Cursor, Kiro to make these type of changes, because for me, it takes going back and forth over and over and over and over and over and over again until we finally get it right sometimes. And I'm afraid that when using those tools, it can do more damage than good. So that's why I'm always very, very careful when I'm using these programs like that. All right. All right. So let's go to break. Let's go to break. All right. All right. So let me check anything in the chat. Nothing new in the chat. We have a good amount of people watching. Thank you so much for everyone who's tuning in on X, everyone on YouTube on this unusual Saturday afternoon for me. Everyone on Twitch and everyone on Arena. Thank you guys so much for spending your Saturday afternoon or evening with me. Okay, we are going to get into Anthropic. Yes, we are. So let's find out what is going on with Anthropic. So Anthropic plans to triple their international workforce. Yup. So here's the funny thing, right? We keep hearing day in and day out how AI is going to replace people, replace jobs. There are going to be no tech jobs, no developers, no QAs, no DevOps, none of that. However, these AI companies keep hiring. They keep hiring people. So what gives? Do they need people or not? Well, we're going to find out. We are going to find out what's going on with Anthropic. Put up 5 minutes. All right, so Anthropic to triple international workforce in global AI push. This one is also brought to us by CNBC by Mackenzie Sigalos. This was written Friday, September 26, 2025, yesterday. All right, so key points. The TLDR too long, didn't read. Anthropic said it will triple its international workforce and expand its applied AI team 5-fold. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5-fold. 5-fold. The company is recruiting country leads for India, Australia, and New Zealand, Korea, and Singapore, with broader expansion underway across the UK, Northern and Southern Europe, Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. Claude now has more than 300,000 enterprise customers, with nearly 80% of usage coming from outside of the United States of the beautiful, beautiful Americas. Let me see. Anthropic is stepping up its global enterprise ambitions. The 183 billion artificial intelligence startup has grown. Imagine that. Could you ever imagine a startup being $183 billion worth? It is a total different tech space, right? Startup has grown its business customer base from under 1,000 to more than 300,000 in just 2 years. Can you believe that? Can you dig it? Right? Two different wrestlers, but still, I do what I want to do. I do what the hell I want to do. All right. It says more than so as demand for Claude's models accelerates across industries and regions. On Friday, the company announced it will triple its international workforce and expand its applied AI team 5-fold in 2025. We're almost done with 2025. Maybe they mean fiscal year 2025. As it scales beyond the US and intensifies competition with OpenAI, Microsoft, and our very own Google. That expansion comes as international demand increasingly drives the company's momentum. Claude's global usage has reached an inflection point. Nearly 80% of activity now comes from outside of the United States of the Americas. On a per-person basis, adoption in countries like South Korea, Australia, and Singapore has already surpassed that of the United States. In an exclusive interview, Chief Commercial Officer Paul Smith told CNBC that Anthropic's international growth is outpacing even their most ambitious forecast, with major customers coming online well before boots hit the ground. Imagine that. Imagine that. What is amazing is we haven't up until recently had significant human presence in Europe, in Japan, in our international markets, and yet we already have a very, very significant business over there. Imagine, they're going to need data centers. He pointed to rapid adoption in sectors like life sciences and sovereign wealth management. Well, I'll tell you this, right? Being that Claude is Anthropic is one of the premier in like their coding large language model, that like people are looking to, like people are, and I hate to say I told you so, right? But people are looking to build now. I've been able to build so many different applications I started using Lovable beginning of June, end of May. And I've been able to build a bunch of different applications, right? I showed you guys that I built one for my mom, and she's using it on a regular basis. I'm using my content creation assistant. I use that just about every day. Right? You've seen us work through that through the homeschool app. I'm building this. I'm building the coaching portal. So people are and then you have all these different tools integrating into Claude Code. All these different IDEs. Being able to go back and forth with it. It's needed. I can definitely see the growth. All right. It says he pointed to all right, so we read that at Novo Nordisk.
Back to work. Chop, chop. Let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work.
At Novo Nordisk, the Danish pharmaceutical giant behind Ozempic, Claude helped compress what's typically a 3-month analysis and reporting phase at the end of a drug development cycle into just a few days. Smith said Anthropic is now ramping up hiring across its priority global market. Let's see. The company is set to recruit country leads for India, Australia, and New Zealand, Korea, Singapore, with broader expansion underway across the UK, Northern and Southern Europe, Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. As a part of its international push, Anthropic is opening its first Asia office in, guess where? Guess where? Tokyo, and scaling operations across Europe, including more than 100 new roles in Dublin and London, and a research-focused hub in Zurich. Additional locations are expected to follow in coming months. I wonder. Wait, my first question is: Anthropic a U.S. company? 2, how many employees do they have in the U.S.? All right. The global expansion is being spearheaded by Chris Kari, who recently joined Anthropic as managing director of international. A longtime enterprise veteran, Kari previously served as CEO of Unily and held senior roles at Google Cloud and Salesforce, where he worked alongside Smith and helped grow Europe, Middle East, and Africa revenue from 200 million to what? Wait, what? Whoa, slow it down. What? From 200 million to $3 billion. Good Lord. That is crazy. It says G20 governments are approaching us about doing really, really interesting things. I almost forgot. The government has interest in using AI. I remember like 2 years ago, these governments are meeting like, oh, AI bad, AI is the end of us, AI is the death of us. No, AI is so mean, AI mean AI is replacing us. Now these governments are saying, come to my country, give us these jobs, give us these businesses. Anthropic, OpenAI, the British government, they're going to be using OpenAI like as part of their government workflow. Come on, man. Come on, son. All right. A new front in the AI wars. Anthropic's push abroad comes as enterprise AI race enters a more mature and competitive phase. The company recently hit a $5 billion revenue run rate, up from 87 million at the start of 2024, fueled by growth demand for its Claude family of models in enterprise environments. That milestone put Anthropic squarely in competition with the incumbents. OpenAI. OpenAI this week launched an 850 billion, yes, billion, almost a $1 trillion global infrastructure expansion. They're $150 billion away from $1 trillion global infrastructure expansion. Who does that? Who does that? With Oracle, Nvidia, SoftBank, they play for this is the big boys and big girls game, all right? To support continued growth. Microsoft and Google, meanwhile, are embedding AI into every layer of their productivity, cloud, and developer ecosystems, making it easier for CIOs to tack on tools like Copilot or Gemini without even overhauling their stack. I definitely got it. Maybe, I don't know if we'll do it tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know, because I need to get my hands on Gemini CLI to see how that works. We read an article about one of the Google product management leads using Google CLI and how you use it with spec-driven development. I really need to get my hands on that, right? Says, and I already have it installed because when we were working on the spec kit installation, I ended up installing it, right? Says the pitch is a pure play AI experience with direct access to clouds, with missed one. Anthropic is betting that companies want more than an add-on. The pitch is a pure play AI experience with direct access to cloud's frontier models, not just a wrapper inside legacy software. Oh, shots fired. Shots fired. Anthropic is taking shots, right? So what they're basically saying is, we see your little IDEs where you're just taking VS Code and adding a little plug-in to it, and no. We don't want these VS Code clones where you're just saying, oh, we're just gonna rename this thing and plug it into OpenAI and into WebStorm and all that. No, we're gonna hit you with state of the art, a pure play AI, and that means you're gonna need developers to build their tools out. You guys said there were gonna be no more developers, huh? What? Y'all said it.
Bruh.
Right? It says, let's see. It says, not a wrapper inside legacy software. That strategy has become a key point of differentiation as enterprises shift from experimentation to implementation at scale. Across sectors, organizations are now embedding AI into core workflows, not just for summarization or chat, but for tasks like customer service, fraud detection, regulatory analysis, code review, and complex decision making. Still, Smith said most large enterprises are adopting hybrid strategies combining direct access to cloud with integrations through AWS, Google Cloud, and other third-party platforms, and emphasized that these partnerships are additive, not competitive. There's a good reason why, if you're an AWS customer, you should also consume Anthropic through Bedrock. They getting that money in. Get it how you live. Get it how you live. Whether you go to cloud.com or anthropic.com, whatever that website is called, whether you're using through the APIs, whether you're using it through like a kilo where you bring your own code, bring your own key, whether you're using it through Amazon Kiro, whether you're using it through Bedrock. They say you can hit us up. Hit us up. We are wherever you need us to be. That's what they're saying, right? And if you're a great Google customer, through Vertex, they said we everywhere. We taking over one platform, one cloud provider at a time. Where is DJ Khaled when you need him? There goes DJ Khaled.
Another one.
That's what Anthropic said. Another one. They said we just launched in another one. Another one. I hear you. Right? It says ultimately, he said, an enterprise will have a multifaceted relationship with a player like Anthropic. Anthropic applied AI team, which helps customers deploy cloud at scale to grow 5-fold in the next year. Unlike some rivals, the company doesn't rely on productivity suites integration or a legacy install base. So we don't need to do that childish stuff. Y'all trying to integrate, and we don't believe in integration. No, we're gonna do things our own way. We're gonna make our own way, right? It doesn't rely on productivity suite integration or legacy install base. It focuses on building deep domain-specific systems tailored to verticals like telecom, pharmaceuticals, financial services, and government. Where's my guy Magnus? Did somebody say government? Right? You need the applied AI team that understands their particular industry context, Smith said. He explained that true enterprise deployments also require a broader ecosystem, both large global systems integrators and niche consultancies trained to implement cloud code and build custom agents. Anthropic is also investing in 24/7 support and infrastructure for data sovereignty, especially important for customers in regulated sectors. That is a huge. You have no idea how hard it is to introduce anything into a regulated sector. Rod Brown just talking about that the other day. The healthcare market is so slow because it goes through so many different regulations. You got to be so careful with HIPAA violations, with any other type of violations. Just getting a new pharmaceutical, a new tool approved, you have to jump through hoops, right? It says, we're meticulously working through everything that you need that removes the barriers to adoption in these very large enterprises. Smith said, emphasizing that enterprise isn't just one part of their business, it's their entire, we're going to put all our eggs in the basket of enterprise. At the same time, OpenAI has been aggressively scaling its international enterprise efforts. OpenAI Chief Operating Officer Brad Lightcap has grown the company's go-to-market team from about 50 to more than 700 over the past 18 months, spanning sales, customer success, developer relations, and strategic partnerships. You know what? I figured it out. These companies were telling you that AI is going to replace all of the jobs because they wanted you. They wanted to hire you. They said, you know what? Let's scare them so that now they're going to be more open and susceptible to leaving to come join us. I figured it out. You did it. I did, right? Last month, OpenAI opened offices in Brazil, India, Australia, and this week in Albine, Texas. We read about that on Tuesday. CEO Sam Altman told CNBC that usage of ChatGPT has surged roughly tenfold over the past 18 months, thanks in large part to growth on the enterprise side. Shout out to y'all. That momentum continued on Thursday when OpenAI deepened its enterprise reach with a formal integration into Databricks, starting a new phase in its push for commercial adoption. Claude's global customer base. As enterprise AI adoption accelerates, so too does scrutiny. A recent MIT study found that many so-called deployments have shown little to no measurable impact, raising real questions about how deeply these tools are actually being integrated. But Anthropic executives say Claude is already delivering tangible results at scale. I don't really use Claude much, but I know the tool like Gemini. So many benefits I'm getting from Gemini alone. I get so many benefits from Gemini alone. It helped me it helped me figure out it is my engineer away from an engineer, right? It helped me figure out the event management system. It helped me figure out different like what we just did with the coaching portal. With tool after tool, it helped me figure out Stripe. They're gonna make a video about it for this coming Tuesday. So many different things helped me figure it out, right? So I don't know. I am no MIT study. I'm very, very anecdotal, but I know that the things that I use that I use Gemini for, it is fascinating. Maybe the people just don't know how to use it. That's probably what it is, right? It says across Europe and Asia Pacific, Claude is powering core enterprise operations at Norges Bank Investment Management, the world's largest sovereign wealth fund. Claude helps analyze multi-billion-dollar investments and has already saved 213,000 hours, a 20% productivity gain across 9,000 portfolio companies. Oh my God. Novo Nordisk cut clinical documentation time from more than 10 weeks to 10 minutes and halved review cycles. Oh my God. SK Telecom, which is deploying Claude in Korea as part of a company-wide AI overhaul, boosted customer service quality by 34%. The European Parliament made millions of historical documents searchable and translatable, and Commonwealth Bank of Australia slashed scam losses by 50%. What? Do you guys believe this? Do you believe this? It's crazy. And you guys remember that underground mine that has all of the reason that US federal employees are not able to retire is because they have to go to this underground mine and it just takes so long to process it. We need to take all those documents, put them through an AI so that we can get these people retired, right? Like, come on, let's do better. Let's do better, right? The demand signal we've got is unprecedented. It's like nothing I've ever seen before, said Smith. There isn't a single enterprise in the world where they don't have some kind of software development backlog. Exactly. Everyone has a software development backlog, and these tools can help you get through those backlogs, right? Smith said Claude Code launched in May is already at 500. It launched in May. It launched in May of 2025. Do you believe that? It launched in May of 2025.
Bruh.
And it's already at $500 million product. It's like what, 4 months? 3-4 months? It's already at $500 million. Oh my God. Let's see. May, June, July, August, 5 months. 5 months, 500 months. My goodness. It's one of the fastest growing products that's ever been launched. He said it's an entry point, happens to be an incredibly popular entry point right now, but the impact goes well beyond software development. Localization, both linguistic and cultural, is part of what Sari sees as a key differentiator. He pointed to Panasonic's Claude integration as an example, with the Japanese conglomerate using their model tailored to local language and cultural context. That's super important differentiator as you think about how you really maximize results for enterprise. You get these pockets of success, Smith added, that you can then start to scale. Craziness. It is pure craziness, right? But that is that article. That was an absolutely fascinating article, I must say. I'm excited about all these advancements that are happening in this realm. It's crazy. Shout out to Anthropic hiring. You know what? I was gonna check something. Let's check this real quick. Let's see. And what country is Anthropic from? Anthropic is a US based company. Okay, good. That's good. It's in San Francisco. I like that. How many employees does Anthropic have in the US? Anthropic has 630 employees in the United States of America. They're making that much money and they only have 630 employees? Whew, that's crazy. It says such as so in the US as of 2025 according to Forbes, but other places are reporting they have like double. I don't know who to believe. I don't know who to believe. But the company experienced significant growth, increasing from 240 employees in 2023 to I don't know which is which. But whatever, it doesn't really matter. But they're gonna be growing like crazy. All right. Let's go ahead and do one last segment. I do have a call at 5 p.m. today, so after this segment, we are going to maybe let me see what is it. We'll read this last article and then we will wrap it up for today, right? But busy day. Love it though. Always love it. All right, so I'm gonna put up one last 20 minutes.
It's time to do.
And we are going to, let's see. We are going to take a look at the changes that we pushed up. And I am going to log in as someone who doesn't have coaching. And let me refresh this page. I know I pushed it up. All right, someone who doesn't have coaching, boom, automatically it's right. Something's not right. Why is because they don't have coaching, so it's not going to show here. Right, perfect. So now let's go ahead and we're going to sign off. And we're going to log in at me to so now we go here and boom, we have it up. We have our sessions. So I don't think we need this thing, right? Because we'll be able to access everything in here. The profile, we have to set up the accountability mirror. We have our sessions, journal, yada, right? So the let me see, what is the accountability mirror page supposed to be? It is supposed to be accountability. All right, so let's go and fix that, right? So we're gonna go into here and we are gonna go to in dashboard. We're gonna go for quick actions and I never really like to just delete things right away. So we are going to just comment it out for now, right? And then we can look at it on our local version where I'm going to get out of this mode, that mode, and go over here. And if we look at it over here, so now we don't have it. So now when we look at this page, all we have is our bottom navigation and we have our rewards vault, we have our progress tracker, we have our sessions, we have our journal. And then here we'll have our accountability mirror, we have our achievements. We get to this page. Still got to fix that other issue that we're having. I think I fixed that fairly easy, right? So we have our sorry. So let's fix so we got that rid of that. Let's fix the accountability mirror to link to the right page. It should just be accountability. It's linking to accountability mirror. So let's go over to our coded view. And we're going to go to our bottom navigation and we're going to go to, let's see, accountability. And it should just be accountability. And then we are going to go to cookie jar and back to dashboard is a button that okay, let's say navigate to dashboard. Fix that one. So while we're here then, because we can fix all of those, let's go to accountability mirror, and we can say back to, and we'll say dashboard, fix all those up as well. I think those are everything. So let's go to here. And if we go to here, we say achievements, and we go back to dashboard. Nice. Accountability. Oh, nice. I might change the look and feel of this because it looks meh. And the accountability mirror shouldn't be a challenge. It should be more of, let's do this. Let's go to Gemini. I'm gonna do a new chat. And can you explain? Actually, no. I'm gonna go to an existing chat, and I'm gonna go to this one, right? So this is like the features, right? I'm gonna say, can you explain the David Goggins concept of the accountability mirror, and then formulate it in a way that we can use it as a feature on the coaching portal app so it can help users overcome their biggest. So I just showed you another way that I use Gemini to coming up with ideas, right? I know I love the idea, the concept of David Goggins' accountability mirror, right? But I wanted to give an explanation, and I want to implement that as a feature, right? So I'm gonna use a couple of extra credits to get this done, right? So let's see. All right, so accountability mirror concept explained. David Goggins' accountability mirror is a simple but yet powerful mental tool for radical self-honesty. The core idea is to confront yourself face to face in the mirror and hold yourself accountable for your actions, goals, and failures without any excuses. Tell me about it. It's about having a brutally honest conversation with the one person you can't lie to yourself. You look into your own eyes and admit your insecurities, acknowledge where you've fallen short, and state what you must do to change. You strip away the comforting lies and justifications. All right, the process involves confrontation, brutal honesty, ownership, setting the standard, feature formulation, the digital accountability mirror. Here's how to translate the raw concept into an empowering feature within your app. The goal is to guide users through the same process of honesty, self-assessment, and commitment in a structured digital format. Setup, facing the mirror. This is a one-time setup wizard for each major challenge a user wants to overcome. Define the challenge. The user is prompted with a question like, what is the one major obstacle you need to own right now? User input a text field where they define the primary challenge. The brutally honest truth. No excuses. What is the honest truth? Write it down. Own it. User inputs a private text journal where they write unfiltered truth. The app can use prompts inspired by Goggins. Okay, that sounds good. Define your new identity. The final setup screen asks, who do you need to become to conquer this? Write down your new standard. Daily check-in. Look in the mirror. This feature becomes a daily ritual on their dashboard, replacing a physical mirror with a digital touchpoint. Morning prompt, the contract. A widget on the dashboard shows them what they wrote in step 3, their new identity. It might say today, remember your standard. I am the person who tackles the hardest problems first. Evening prompt, the report. A notification pops up at the end of the day. Time to face the mirror. Did you live up to your standard today? This leads to a simple screen showing their brutally honest truth and their new identity side by side. They give a simple choice. Yes, I did. No, I fell short. Below the buttons, a private text field, why, be honest, and this is where they log their wins and their failures for the day, keeping the practice of brutal honesty alive. Progress and coach interaction, the mirror log, a private section where the user can see their calendar views of check-ins. Cool. All right, I'm gonna copy this whole entire thing, right? I'm gonna copy this whole entire thing. And I'm gonna go into here. And I got a good amount of credit stuff. We're almost like I at least have to get to use these 20 before the 13th because it's only gonna roll over like up to 100, right? So let's do it now. And then next week, Vibe Code and Chill, we'll do some more, right? I'm gonna take this view off and I'm gonna say I don't like the way the accountability mirror feature is currently set up. It is before I do that though, all right, I'm gonna type it in, right? It is a bit lacking and I want it to reflect more of the mindset and strategy that David Goggins used when creating it. Below is what I would like to change the accountability mirror to. All right. And I'm going to paste it. But before I can actually make that happen, right, I need to push my latest changes. Let's push our changes, and then we're gonna press enter on the prompt. Git status, git commit, src. This is everything. For message, and I'm gonna say updated some navigation on the page. And then I still have like that whole tab thing that I want to work on, but it's not super critical. I think most members only have that one tab anyways. So like people who are not a coach or an admin only has one tab. Here's another question. Like, do you think that this is a tool that coaches could use to push and motivate their whoever they're training, whoever they're coaching, whether it is in like fitness, in tech, in sports, in life? Is that a feature that people could actually is that a feature that coaches could actually use to help grow their clients, to help motivate them, self-motivation? I don't know. We shall see. All right, so it's pushed up. We're gonna go over to here. And we have, all right, so it is updated. Now I can go, it's not, because the reason I did this, right? If I didn't push it up first and I made these changes, then when it came time to importing, I was gonna have some merge conflicts and rebasing and all this other type of nonsense. I didn't want to get involved with that. So push first, have it merged, and then send off your prompt, right? So we're gonna send it off. Let's see what it's able to do. All right, complete your design to match David Goggins' methodology with a setup wizard and daily check-in system. All right, it's writing it. So let's see. But that's that's my system, right? How I use Gemini for certain things. And like I said, I'm gonna do a video this coming Wednesday on I can't really the way the issues that I had with Stripe is not necessarily gonna be the same issues that you have because you're gonna have different setups, right? But you will see how I copied the code from Supabase and I put it into Gemini, and Gemini was able to tell me, like, I had issues with prorating, I had issues with like, so I have a subscription, right? and what would happen is the way that Lovable would build it to, I don't know if it's Lovable or Superbase that's building it, but the way that it would be built was that it would when I upgrade, it would end up creating a new charge and not changing the account. So I had to figure out, all right, I had to learn, all right, I have to go into Stripe and I need to create a product. And that product can have different tiers and it has to be subscription based. I have to make sure I set up the customer portal. So many different things that I learned that I never would have had the exposure to before if I never did it, you know? So really good, really good stuff. Let's see. All right, so it says completely redesigned the accountability mirror to match David Goggins' methodology with a 3-step setup wizard, challenge, brutal truth. I feel like something's missing. Is something missing? A little confused. I feel like you didn't finish saying what you had to say. Say what you gotta say. There we go. And a daily check-in system for accountability. All right, so let's go and check it out. I'll check it out from here because this is annoying. Let's go to accountability mirror. Oh, okay. The digital accountability mirror. Face your truth, own your standard, no excuses. What is one major obstacle you need to own right now? One major obstacle is I am struggling waking up early in the morning. Continue. Brutal honest truth. No, what is honest truth? Write it down. Why are you really falling short? What are you afraid of? What lies am I telling myself that I need? I want to make this also. So what I want to do, I want to make this. Let me see something. All right, let's do this real quick. Can we add the? Let's do this before I do that. So can we get the layout of the accountability? Let's say the UI/UX of the accountability mirror and the cookie jar to match the rest of the application. They currently match the original design and don't blend in well. Also, can we add the rich text editor to the accountability mirror text areas so that we can have nicely formatted text? All right. How many? That didn't take that much actually. So cool, not bad. Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. Let's go back over here. All right, let's go ahead and send that over. Let's see what we have. Shout out to everybody who's watching on X. Shout out to everybody who's watching us on YouTube. And shout out to everyone on Twitch and Arena. I really appreciate you spending your Saturday afternoon. You could be watching college football. You could be out and about with the family. You can be out eating, but you are hanging out with me, allowing me to add a little bit more value to educate you on what I've learned. I'm sharing the wealth. I am sharing the wealth with you. All right. Since I updated both pages to match the app's design system and add rich text editor to the accountability mirror. All right, let's see what happens. Then we'll try it out and then we'll wrap up the show. All right. I did have one more article, but maybe I'll roll it over to tomorrow. About the AI work. Let me see how long it is. I'll check how long it is, and then if it's too long, we'll roll it over because I do want to get ready for my 5 o'clock call. Always working. Always working. Let's see what we get. I will say though, although the agent mode on Lovable does use a lot more credits. I do, like, as I've been using it more and more, I do feel that it's becoming a lot more accurate, but the same rule still applies because sometimes it does struggle. And after 3 tries, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take these products fail 3 times. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take it into Gemini and I'm gonna do it myself, right? Which I have the confidence of doing it myself because I've learned this, and that's why I always urge you, take the full stack development course. Take the full stack development course, and then after I get this done, I want to go and try a capacitor to see if I can build a mobile app for the coaching dashboard platform into capacitor, right? So we shall see. Let's see here. Updating the cookie jar for the look and feel. All right, should almost be done. Should almost be done. I would love to take a quick look at the accountability mirror to see if we can add something to it and get some feedback.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
Let's give it a second to finish. I'm gonna give it a second so we can at least try it out. And then the article that we have, we'll roll it over to tomorrow. The last article about AI work slot, roll it over to tomorrow. We are going live tomorrow. We're not gonna miss. Gotta stay consistent. And soon, I will be starting our. I'm trying to think of our morning streams, and I want to go back to the morning streams, but I have to figure out what's the best way to do it, right? So we'll be back soon in the mornings, but I got to figure out my schedule a little bit better. It's been kind of crazy. It's still not done yet. It's taking its sweet precious time. I also want this right here to be in a shout out to Cleanse Spell over on the Twitch side of the game. Just followed. Truly appreciate you. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
All right, it is done refactoring. Hopefully it didn't break stuff. Let's go back to dashboard. Let's refresh this page. Let's go to accountability mirror. Still looks the same. I don't know. What did you do differently? Achievements. They still look the same. What are the changes? Oh, that's because I was looking at the local one. All right, let's go back. Let's go and refresh. And if we go over to accountability mirror, ooh, I like that. I like it a lot. Define the challenge. Let's say we go waking up early. So that's another issue I want to fix though. When I click in here, I expect this to go away completely, right? It says waking up early in the morning, between 4:30 and 5:30 a.m., right? Let's say continue. What is holding you back from waking up early? Let's say let's do that. This one, that I need more rest or I won't be productive. I hit the alarm, or I end the alarm and go back to sleep for at least another hour. What are you afraid of? I'm afraid of being sluggish throughout the day. Who do you need to become to conquer? I am the person who tackles the hardest. I need to make sure I go to make sure I am in bed at a particular time. when I fast, I wake up earlier, but I get tired earlier. I can eat earlier the next day when I fast. Look, I'm using my own tool. I am using my own tool. Create mirror. Oh, look at that. Let's see why it failed. Let's see why it failed. So if I do create mirror, and it's new row for relation challenges, violates constraints, challenge status. All right, so let's fix this real quick and then we'll get out of here. So let's say copy URL. I'm gonna say I did so much. When I try to create the challenge in the accountability mirror, I am getting this error, this network log error. All right, so I'm going to paste that. And I am going to do copy. So this is my workflow, right? Where's my error? Copy the, let's gonna use this one, maybe. Let's copy this one. Copy response. I'm going to paste it in here. And then I'm also going to go and get the other one too. Copy. And I'm going to copy this one too. Copy response. And I'm going to send that. But we don't have to wait together for this to be done. Just a little extra that I want to do. That one took like five credits to do. Let's see. Yeah, whatever. All right. Anyways, that is it. That's our show for today. Let me check the chat and then we shall be getting out of here. We have Klein's. I hope I'm saying it right. It says Klein's Pele in the building says, hey to you as well. I kind of want to learn coding, but I don't know what to learn and where to start. Do you have some tips for me? So yes, I do have tips for you. I would say this, right? The first thing, if you have time, answer like what do you want to build? I say start with that. What do you want to build? If you want to build web applications, then I'll definitely say start off with the one that I always recommend is the Angela Yu full stack web development course on Udemy. It is really, really good. I took that course like 4 years ago and they keep updating it every year. Every like maybe twice a year. They're always making updates to it. Really, really good course. If you want to learn like Python for more like data type stuff, more scripting, then I would say the 100 Days of Python by also Dr. Angela Yu, right? So that's where I would start, right? And now that we have AI, it can help you like you can. So what I would do is I would ask AI. So I learned something. If I don't understand it, I say, AI, can you explain this to me in a way that I can understand? These are my demographics. I'm from this country. I like to do this. I like to do that. This is my background. Can you explain it in a way that I can understand? And then AI is going to explain it to you in a way that you can easily understand and comprehend. And so that's where I would start. But if it's web, and let me see if I have. Give me a second. Let me see if I have in the description of the video the link to that course, because that's the one that I normally use. Do I have it? Do I have it? DevOps. Hold on. I don't have it right here. Hold on. Let me get it for you. I'm going to give you a link to the 2 courses that I normally use. What is this? What is this? Where's my Notion? There we go. Let me get those links for you. What is this? I don't. All right, let's see. So this is the 100 Days of Python with Dr. Angela Yu. I'm going to drop that inside of the chat for whoever is interested. And I'll also put in the description, right? And then the other one is the Web Development Bootcamp, right? So also drop in the chat. I took both of these courses and they helped me tremendously. Like, I'm able to work in Python fluently, able to navigate my way through the web development stuff because I'm not the best with JavaScript, right? I also put those links inside of the description of the video in case you are watching on replay and you'd like to get those links so that you can run it up. All right. Okay, so the links are there. All right. Let me see, anything else before we get out of here? Let's see. That is about it. I think we're good. Let me check over on the arena side of the things. We have Chill Willis in the building. Hit me with the yo. What's up, Chill Willis? Thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
But the time has come for us to wrap it up for today on this unusual, and they're doing the grass outside. I don't know if you guys can hear the noise, so I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate you guys spending your Saturday afternoon with us. We put in the work. Now, let's go have some fun. Not too much fun, but let's go have some fun. I will be back tomorrow at around 2:30-ish Eastern time. Tune in. We're going to be doing some more work, either spec flow or either spec kit, or we will be doing, I don't know. We'll figure it out, right? We'll figure it out. I'll keep you in suspense. Do me a favor on the way out. If you did not do so already, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content, as well. techcoachralph.dev on all platforms, on X, on the Patreon. Sign up for our next Vibe Code and Chill. It is free to hang out with me and my friends and talk this tech stuff, right? All that good stuff. techcoachralph.dev, techcoachralph on all platforms, Reddit, X, Arena, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, anywhere, right? Check it out. techcoachralph, techcoachralph.dev. Also, resumeflow.app. Get your resume analyzed, upload it today. See how well your resume matches to the applicant tracking system. All of that good stuff. But I'm out. You guys have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. I will see you guys tomorrow. TechCoach, we are out.
Spartans! What is your profession?
You said it was mended, but it's still the same. Words like bandages, that don't stop the pain. Yeah, I held your words like glass in my hands. Sharp truths and smooth demands. You say you'd mend the cracks I see, but promises break so easily. I trusted the stars, but they all fell down. Every promise made just spins around. The truth feels fake, the lies too real. I'm caught in a loop I can't unfeel. I reach, but it slips away. Truths turn shadows in the light of day. I don't know what to believe anymore. Everything's just opens another door. Confidence feels like a hollow sound. I look for answers, but they can't be found. You paint the sky with a perfect hue, a shade of trust that fades the blue. I step forward, fall right through. Your mirror's cracked, and so are you. Tell me, what's the game? Truth and lies, they sound the same. Every time I think I've won, I'm back where I began. I built my faith like a house of sand. Each grain slipping through my open hand. Your confidence is a polished mask, hiding the answers I forgot to ask. I don't know what to believe anymore. that can't be found. Is it me who's blind or you who lies? Is it hope or hurt that keeps me tied? I'm a thread unraveling in the storm, trying to find where I was once warm. You said it was a vibe, but it's 6 feet deep. Now I'm digging through the rubble of the plans I keep. You flipped the switch, you flipped the script, left me stranded on a sinking ship.
Asked for one thing, just one, but you spun the whip. Now it's all undone. Chasing tails, chasing ghosts, there's myself in the code I host.
You said it was a vibe I could ride.
But now it's a tide. You kill my vibe.
Oh, you killed my vibe. Took the spark, left me empty inside.
Gotta restore, rebuild, rewind. You kill my vibe,
But I'll take back
my
I asked for one thing, now it's all gone wrong. Kill my vibe like a flatline song. Gotta restore it all, rebuild the flow. But you left me here with nowhere to go.
rabbit holes twist, they pull me deep. Burning tokens, promises you won't keep. I'm trapped in this loop, can't escape. Reality warps, the edges reshape. Rabbit holes got me spinning down. Burning tokens till I hit the ground.
I asked for one thing, now it's all gone wrong. Kill my vibe like a flatline song. Gotta restore it all, rebuild the flow. But you left me here with nowhere to go. Patch it up, stitch the seams, lost in lines, rewriting dream. What was broken, I'll make it whole. You can't delete my soul.
Every move you made was a match to a fuse. Every word you said felt like bad tattoos. Permanent marks I can't erase. Now I'm stuck in this cage.
You killed my vibe. Oh, you killed my vibe. Took the spark, left me empty inside. I gotta restore,
Rebuild, rewind. You killed my vibe, but I'll take back my mind.
I asked for one thing, now it's all gone wrong. Kill my vibe like a flatline song. Gotta restore it all, rebuild the flow. But you left me here with nowhere to go.
Lies don't lie, but you bent the truth. You broke the rhythm, now I've lost my groove. I'll patch it up, I'll make it new, but I won't trust that vibe from you.